As Abuja-Kaduna train abductors threaten to kidnap Buhari El-Rufai, why we can't bomb their hideouts, presidency reacts. The rider says president has done what is expected of him as commander-in-chief. Details on page 2. Do you agree with this one? President has done what is expected of him as the commander-in-chief.
When the media handlers of the president, when they, I don't know how when they do their meetings and decide to let's write a press release. I don't know what's going on with them. How can they say the commander-in-chief has done enough when there are 60 Nigerians, 43 Nigerians in the forest being he hasn't done enough. If he has done enough, they'll be at home. If they say he has done enough because according to them he has provided materials, resources, morale, according to them, and even equipment to the armed forces to ensure that this kind of security challenges are gone, are a thing of the past, and it's not gone, it's not a thing of the past, then the president will do enough by changing those people in that job now, so that there will be new people with fresh ideas that will come and do that job and ensure that people who are kidnapped, get freedom. At least not 180 days in the hands of captives who have now so emboldened. They are talking about abducting the president of Nigeria. They say they will kidnap the president, kidnap the vice president, and kidnap 𝐿-Rufai and bring them to the front. It's an impossibility, we know, but it's the impunity with which they are now black terrorists. That can now sit down inside bush and bring microphone and talk about this kind of thing. It's because they've been so emboldened, they think that anything is possible. They invaded 𝐭𝐤 prison, they released their brother inmates and broke the prison down. They attacked the Kaduna plane, they have attacked an airport in Kaduna, they have hit at the NDA. They're so emboldened now, they can't say anything. It's an embarrassment for even people to. Now, the government is easy to claim that it's terrorist propaganda. Everyone in the world terrorists like this kind of language. But it's in different scenarios. This scenario, they're talking as if they can do it. Because the other day they hit the president advance convoy in Katsina. They attacked it. That same day, they hit the prison in 𝐭𝐤 and freed almost 1,000 inmates. And now they are so emboldened to the kind of thing they are saying. And when the presidency media handlers decide to write a statement, they say the president has done enough.
Does this statement reassure Nigerians that truly they are in charge of the situation?
That's the question I'm trying to answer. That's. If just ask any Nigerian, just interview anybody, interview any security expert, like I'm trying to do now in newsrooms these days. It's the same thing they are saying, that the terrorists are so emboldened that they can say anything, and they can even pull out anything. They can pull off anything. It's so sad. And this is a continuous failure of intelligence. I'm reading this morning now that the reason why they are doing this is because there's a blockade. It's a blockade of an attempt for them to get clearance. You know what they did after they collected 800 million for the last 7? They said they want 4.3 billion for the remaining 43. 100 million on each ransom. I think some family members are trying to raise those funds and are now negotiating directly with them. And maybe the security just are trying to block that, and they got angry, so they packed everybody into the bush and recorded an 11-minute video, physically dehumanizing and humiliating the people they kidnapped, and then sent their message. Now the presidency is saying that the military cannot do carpet bombing, they can't do collateral damage. Even though we know where they are, it's not that easy to go right there, because if you do that, innocent people will be killed. But this kidnapping happened on the 28th of March. It's almost March, April, May. This is July.
Ending.
This is the end of July. It's 4 months already.
All right, let's move on.
So what's really going to happen? Is it going to be like the Chibok girls who just wait for them eternally and
they'll never come home? Yeah,
and they'll never come home. That's the reality of this situation. Because when you watch that video, the video is mentioned on TV again this morning. Something begins to happen inside your heart. The question that I'll be asked: that are you safe in this country? If anything happens to you, can the government of this country make efforts to try to rescue you? It appears no. Because not say carpet bomb, but show us efforts. What we have seen is the family members paying ransom to release their people, and this is
business continues.
The business continues. So when the president says he has done his part, he has provided materials, morale, and equipment, we don't see how far those have worked, because we haven't heard that they've released anyone. The security problems continue. It was a weekend where you can't count on one hand what has happened. Okpanam, I heard the Okpanam.
This morning.
They attacked the police station, killed 3, and took off their weapons. There was another incident, I think, somewhere where I was reading this morning, and I was just, in Katsina Jibia Road, a bus full of passengers. They attacked the bus, killed the driver, which for them is what, and then marched every other person to the bush. They'll begin to demand ransom now. And then President Buhari is sympathizing with former Bauchi State Governor Adamu Muazu, a former PDP national chairman, over the death of his brother and the abduction of his sister by bandits this weekend in Bauchi. It's kind of sad stories.
In other climes, this is enough for a president to step aside.
The question is, can we attempt to end this? It appears like we have to just move on. When this one happens, we'll move on.
Just survive, pass on to the next
one and the next one. Because when President Buhari visited Kuchi and lamented that this is a failure of intelligence, I've asked for a comprehensive report. I was thinking of 48 hours. That in 48 hours, that the big stick will be wielded heavily, on the failure of intelligence in this country to allow these kind of things to continue to happen. But what date? 3 weeks now. This is the 3rd week or the 4th week. Instead they held the meeting and said they want to ban Okada.
Oh yeah, nationwide.
Nationwide. That argument to ban Okada nationwide is not sitting down well, because the question has been asked. If you cannot control an activity, can you really ban that activity?
No.
You cannot control the way Okada operates. We know that. That's why 300 motorcycles went to Kuje and brought the prison down. If you can't control the activity, you can't fully enforce a ban on it. It's clear, people know this. So when that becomes a national security idea, you probably begin to see reasons why the insecurity has pervaded.
Continues.
Enjoyed this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.